Bellerophon diary. Hit the subscribe to see more.
Tracking along a rugged path, and the locals, they start whispering stories. Tales of a monster that lives up in the mountains, a creature made of nightmares that literally breathes fire. Is it just a spooky story? Or is there something real making those shadows dance? Okay, let's dive in and follow the trail of one of mythology's wildest beasts, the Chimera. Our first real piece of evidence comes from the poet Homer. Almost 3,000 years ago, he painted this absolutely terrifying picture. And listen to that description. It's not just some monster, it's this bizarre mashup of 3 different animals, with one seriously deadly feature, that fire. So this is the creature we're hunting for. So to even begin to understand what this thing could be, we've got to start with the legend itself. Our trail begins deep in the world of Greek mythology, with one of its most fearsomes, and let's be honest, one of its absolute weirdest creations. Now what's really fascinating is that the Chimera wasn't just some random beast roaming the hills. Oh no, it came from a truly terrifying family. Its parents, Typhon and Echidna, basically the father and mother of all monsters, and its siblings were just as famous, Cerberus, the 3-headed dog, the Lernaean Hydra, a real who's who of mythical nightmares. This wasn't just a monster, this was monstrous royalty. Of course, every great monster needs a great hero to fight it. And for the Chimera, that hero was a guy named Bellerophon. His quest to kill the beast is way more than just a cool action story. It actually gives us the single most important clue in our entire investigation. So, the story goes that the king of Lycia gives Bellerophon this seemingly impossible task. Go kill the Chimera. And let's be clear, this wasn't some glorious quest. It was basically a death sentence. This monster was tearing up the countryside, a genuine terror that was, like Homer said, a bane to many men. But here's the thing, Bellerophon was smart. He knew he couldn't just run in there sword swinging, no way. So he comes up with this brilliant plan. Step 1. Tame the legendary winged horse, Pegasus. Step 2. Fly high up, staying way out of reach of the lion's claws and that fire-breathing goat head. And step 3. Strike from above. It was basically ancient air superiority. And here it is, the most important clue we've got. The myth gives us a specific location. See, the story isn't set in some fantasy land. It's in a real place called Lycia, which is on the coast of modern-day Turkey. Bellerophon's quest just put a giant pin on our map. This is the moment where our whole journey pivots from myth hunting to a real-world investigation. We have a fire-breathing monster in a very specific spot on the globe. So you have to ask yourself, what on earth was going on in ancient Lycia that could inspire a legend like this? Okay, so our investigation takes us to that exact spot in Turkey, to a rocky mountainside that's known for centuries by a very, very revealing name. Anatolia. The name itself is our first piece of solid physical evidence. Anatolia, in Turkish, literally means flaming rock. I mean, that's not exactly subtle, is it? If you're a traveler looking for a fire-breathing monster, that's a pretty big hint that you're in the right place. And when you get there, this is what you see. It's not one fire, it's dozens of them, just flickering right out of cracks in the bare rock. And they've been burning for thousands of years. Just imagine you're an ancient Greek sailor using these weird, eternal flames to navigate by at night. It would feel like pure magic, or maybe the lair of a monster. And here it is, the big aha moment. The real explanation isn't mythology, it's geology. The ground here is literally leaking methane gas through these natural vents. When that gas hits the oxygen in the air, it ignites, creating these fires that just never go out. The mountain itself is breathing fire. So when you put it all side by side, the connection seems, well, kind of undeniable. You have ancient people seeing a landscape that breathes fire, and they imagine a creature that does the same thing. Maybe the lion, goat, and snake just represent the different rugged parts of the mountain landscape. But the fire was absolutely real. But you know what's really wild? The ancient Greeks weren't the only ones dreaming up these kinds of hybrid creatures. This impulse to mix and match animals seems to be a deeply human thing. Something you can find in cultures all over the world. It's like this fundamental creative spark we have to take the strength of a lion, the cunning of a snake, maybe the wings of an eagle, and put them all together. It's just part of how we tell stories about our world, a way to explain both its wonders and its dangers. And you really do see it everywhere. Ancient Egypt had its powerful lion-headed goddesses. You can find chimeras on ancient seals from the Indus Valley. In China, you've got the bixi, which is this winged lion beast. And in Japan, there's the nyui, a crazy mix of a monkey, a tiger, and a snake. The chimera, it turns out, is part of a whole global family of fantastic beasts. In fact, the legacy of that original Greek monster is so powerful that its name, chimera, has totally evolved. It doesn't just mean that one creature anymore. Today, it's the actual word we use to describe any hybrid creation, from ancient myths all the way to modern genetics. So our trail started with a mythical monster, and it ended with burning methane gas on a Turkish mountainside. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? The chimera has a real, plausible geological origin. How many other myths, from dragons to krakens, are just out there waiting for their own scientific discovery?
Like and subscribe to learn more about mysteries of the past. Share now.